If you're considering the Google 30W USB-C charger for your Pixel phone or USB-C devices, hold on. There's more to know before you buy. This charger promises faster charging than typical 18W options. But here's what surprised me. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. In fact, there are some hidden hiccups that might make you rethink spending your money here. Stick around because I'm diving deep into the real performance design and whether it's actually worth your hard-earned cash. First off, who is this charger really for? If you're a Pixel phone user, or someone with USB-C devices like laptops, tablets, or newer phones, the Google 30W charger is pitched as an ideal companion. It's compact and portable, great for on-the-go power needs. Sounds perfect, right? But wait, before you pull the trigger, there are a few things that could change the game for you. Let me start with a quick story. I travel a lot and rely heavily on chargers that can power multiple devices swiftly. When I got my hands on this charger, I thought I'd strike gold. 66% faster charging was the claim. But after testing it across several gadgets, the reality was a mixed bag. While it did outpace my old 18W charger, the speed gains weren't always consistent. In some cases, it barely felt faster. Plus, some devices just didn't seem to play nice with it. Ever bought a charger that promises the moon but sends your battery to a snail's pace? Yep, that feeling. So here's the thing. Why does the charging speed vary so much? Google's description clarifies it depends on device compatibility, battery age, and usage during charging. That's a reasonable explanation, but it can still leave users frustrated, especially when you're expecting a simple, straightforward fast charge. If you rely on your phone heavily all day, these variations can be a real deal breaker. But it's not all bad news. Google has designed this charger using 50% recycled materials for the enclosure, so environmentally conscious users can feel a little better about their purchase. Sustainability points score. It's also very compact, which makes it super handy for carry-on travel or daily use. No more wrestling with bulky chargers that try to crush your laptop bag. Not to mention, it's a pretty sleek design. Minimalist and clean, something that will fit right next to your Pixel phone or any USB-C device without looking like a tech monster exploded on your desk. However, here's a twist. The charging cable is sold separately. So if you don't already have a compatible USB-C cable, that's an added cost you have to factor in. It's almost like going to a pizza place and only getting the dough unless you order toppings separately. Kind of leaves you hungry for more, right? I want to throw in a quick joke to keep things light. Why don't chargers ever get cold? Because they're always plugged in. But seriously, your charger should be quick and dependable, not leaving you shivering with a dead phone. Now, how does this charger really perform in real-world terms? I tested it across the latest Pixel phone, a MacBook Air, and a Samsung tablet. For the Pixel, it did offer noticeable improvements in charging times over my older 18W chargers. That's a win if you're mostly sticking to Pixel devices. But for the MacBook Air and Samsung tablet, it was a mixed experience. Charging speed was slower than expected, and sometimes the charger would get noticeably warm. That means it's not the ideal universal charger if you have multiple brands and devices needing a reliable power source. So, if you're thinking, is this charger worth the premium Google price tag? I'd say it depends on your ecosystem. Pixel users will likely appreciate the official branding, the guaranteed compatibility, and the promise of slightly faster charge times. But if you juggle various devices, you might want to consider alternatives that offer more consistent performance across brands. Rehook time. You're probably wondering, what alternatives should I consider if not this? Stick with me because I'll briefly touch on some of the top competitors that might save you money and hassle. Before that though, let's talk about portability. This charger is tiny, easily fits in any pocket or small pouch. But a funny thing happened when I was at the airport. I plugged in my Pixel with this charger, and a fellow traveler asked if it was some kind of futuristic space gadget. I said no, just a charger that's supposed to zap my phone to life like a power-up mushroom in Mario. It's small but significant. However, because it's so compact, the prongs don't fold. That means you have to be careful when tossing it in bags or pockets to avoid bending or damage. Not a deal breaker, but something to note if you're rough with your gear. Now, about that price. Google's official 30W USB-C charger is often priced higher than many third-party options with similar wattage. And prices change very fast on Amazon. Sometimes it's a bargain, sometimes it's not so much. I recommend checking the link in the description for today's best deal. Don't get stuck paying full price during one of those mysterious tech price surges when everyone suddenly wants chargers for their fleet of gadgets. All right, back to alternatives. Brands like Anker and Aukey offer 30W chargers at competitive prices, often with foldable prongs and bundled cables. Some even have multiple ports if you want to charge more than one device simultaneously. I tested a few of those, and in many cases, the charging speeds were on par with Google's charger, sometimes even more consistent. But here's the rub. You might not get the official Google badge, and that little peace of mind that comes with OEM accessories. For hardcore Pixel fans who want everything from Google's own ecosystem, this could tip the scales. So, wrapping up the deep dive, yes, the Google 30W USB-C charger delivers faster charging, good eco-friendly credentials, and a sleek, portable design. But it stumbles with price, inconsistent speeds on non-Pixel devices, and the annoying need to buy a cable separately. It's a solid choice if you're fully invested in Google hardware but might leave others searching for better bang for their buck. Quick joke break. Why did the phone go to therapy? Because it lost its charge and couldn't handle the pressure. Maybe that's what your old charger was feeling. Now, here's the resolution. Would I recommend the Google 30W USB-C charger? For a Pixel user who wants official accessories that integrate seamlessly, absolutely yes. It's reliable enough and does speed up charging compared to the 18W options many of us have been stuck with. It's eco-conscious and compact, great for minimalists and travelers alike. But if you want something universal with multi-device support, better value, or extra features like foldable plugs or bundled cables, look elsewhere. The market is crowded with excellent third-party chargers that offer more for less. Still on the fence? Here's a pro tip. Check recent user reviews on Amazon because this charger holds an impressive 4.8-star rating, meaning thousands are pretty happy. Just remember that individual experience varies with your device and usage. Final thought. Think of this charger as the trusty sidekick to your Pixel phone, not the superhero for all your gadgets. It's dependable, eco-friendly, and compact, but not a one-size-fits-all solution. And sometimes, that's perfectly okay. If you're ready to grab the Google 30W USB-C charger, find the best price today using the link in the description below. Prices can jump fast, so don't miss out. Get yours while it's hot, just like a freshly charged phone ready to go. Thanks for watching. If you found this review helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more honest tech reviews. And remember, a good charger is like a good friend, always there when you need it, without shocking surprises.